Nature is full of wonder and beauty. But for the creatures who live out in the wild, it's also full of monsters. And the sooner you figure that out, the better your chances are of staying alive. An old abandoned building. How creepy. But the perfect setting for this scary story. At 4 months old, it's very unusual for an opossum so young to be on his own. Even more unusual for him to be lost. In an old laboratory, riddled with danger. I mean, right now, as he hunts for snacks, he's being hunted by a deadly, venomous snake. Which almost always ends badly. But wait, let's start at the beginning, which was just a few hours ago, beyond the fence where this nightmare begins. The Central American jungle. The setting for our tale is one of the richest wildernesses on Earth. Every inch is crammed with life. From the treetops to the forest floor. But this is no tropical petting zoo. It's tangled and suffocating. Everything is out to get you. Nowhere on Earth offers more creative ways to die. And as dusk arrives, a new cast of horrors begin to stir. Up in the safety of a tree is a nest. Home to our little hero, tucked in with his family. Opossums are nocturnal, so it's time to get up. They may look defenseless, but opossums have been around since the dinosaurs, so they must have some survival tricks. One of them is a nightly bath from Mom. Because smelling bad attracts monsters. So she moves them every few nights too. And tonight, it's time to go. But it's risky. She must stay hidden from the Harpy Eagle, avoid the river with its crocodiles and caiman, sneak past the monsters that stalk the undergrowth, and whatever happens, keep away from the laboratory, because those who go in there never return. Better wait until it's dark. But the kids are restless. Especially our little adventurer, who's literally climbing the walls. Every family has one. Curious. And reckless. His prehensile tail is another great opossum survival trick. But it takes practice. The fall didn't hurt him. But the noise might. What big ears the jungle has. And just like that, our little opossum's story is set in motion. He's not the only one unaware of what waits beyond the trees. The river curls around the lab, leading to an island upstream, where someone has been buried alive. A baby green iguana. His mother laid a dozen eggs in the warm sand 3 months ago, so they'd all hatch together. Have they left already? Less than half of baby iguanas survive their first year. Alone, his chances are almost zero. This jungle is hungry. A sister. He's not the last after all. A new best friend. Together, their chances of survival have just doubled. Or have they? Black vultures like dead things. And small things. Baby things. But there's an even easier target. Iguana eggs. He should surely run. But young iguanas stick together. The vulture's acute eyesight is useless when its head is buried in an egg. And wouldn't you know it, their siblings have been waiting all along. Green iguanas are surprisingly social and will stick together until they're grown up. A quick lick helps them learn each other's scent. Now they need a home tree, sunlit with fruit and shelter. And I know just the place. But it's on the edge of a clearing in a bad neighborhood. It's only a few 100 feet away. But when you're 5 inches long, that's a perilous journey. Which begins with crossing this murky river. And night is closing in. And a new horde of monsters come out to play. Mom knows they're on their way. She has to grab him quickly and get the family out of here. Lesson learned. Now quick, hop on. Mom needs to get them all to the next safe house. What's that thing? Here we go again. And Mom is none the wiser. Well, that was cool. But where's Mom? Wandering off is risky. It's how little ones get eaten. Still, she can't have gone far. Luckily, opossums have noses like bloodhounds. He can follow her trail. There she is. What was that? Better catch up, little one. So, now we know how he came to be alone. Even together, the family is way too vulnerable to be this out in the open. They need to get off this island, fast. Time to either sink or swim. His sister takes the lead. Guess it's ladies first. Iguanas are natural-born swimmers. But when you're small and cold-blooded, cool water can quickly drain your heat. And worse, you never know what lurks below. And that, boys, is how it's done. Why is our guy going that way? What did I say about staying with the group? sense the smallest ripples. His detour has wasted his energy reserves. He is alive. But not everyone made it. Is there anywhere safe in this jungle? The laboratory was a place jungle creatures suffered horrific experiments. Until it was shut down for its crimes against nature. And with the people long gone, new monsters have moved in. The jungle is doing her best to reclaim this place. And someone's already made it a home. A tiny jumping spider. The final hero of this story. Although smaller than a dime, she's one of the smartest little bugs on the planet. Her tree in the old entrance hall is prime real estate, with an endless supply of flies to eat. She's fierce and agile. And now she's prioritizing becoming a mom. And she's put all her eggs in one basket, made of the strongest and softest silk. She's so dedicated, she won't leave them, not even to eat. She used to have a mate. He was a real mover. It could have been so special. But their romance was cut short. This building attracts monsters. parasitic wasp. Grabbed, stabbed, and took him away. Paralyzed and entombed, destined to be eaten alive by the wasp's larva. So now, all she can do is stay hidden and protect her babies. But she'll never get that buzzing out of her head. Orphaned and alone, reality is sinking in. Mom's not coming back. The jungle has no time for grief. If he's going to survive, he needs to learn to look after himself. Fast. The jungle has eyes everywhere. It's only a kinkajou. This shy nocturnal mammal is only a threat if you're a banana. Over 250 species of carnivores live here. He needs to keep moving. That's no kinkajou. Safely out of the water, our baby iguana needs to catch up with his family. His first time in the jungle. Everything appears deadly or dangerous. Sibling affection, iguana style. They need the sun to warm up their cold-blooded bodies. They must find shelter and wait for sunrise. But their night isn't over yet. Run! Muscles slowed down by their cold swim means outrunning this monster is more like running in quicksand. Of course, sloths are harmless. But would you take the risk on your very first day alive? To make it in the jungle, our little iguana needs to learn who is a friend and who is not. This tree is a good pit stop to sleep. But in the morning, they'll have to find a home of their own. But as the sun rises, so does trouble. Jumping spider moms stay with their eggs until they hatch, which can take up to 14 days. Sensitive hairs on her legs pick up vibrations in the air. She knows that sound. The homewrecker is back. Receptors on the wasp's antenna can recognize her scent. Inside the nest, she's cornered. She needs to get out. She faces the hardest choice any mother can make. All her instincts tell her to stay. But the wasp doesn't want her eggs. Only her. she's no good to them dead. Escape now, and work out how to get back to them later, when the coast is clear. She's not the only one having a tough morning. Our little guy has already had the worst time. And now, he's being stalked. Ocelots are hunting machines. That have a nasty habit of playing with their food. His only chance is to hide. He mustn't make a noise. The cat's hypersensitive ears can pick up even the faintest rustle. And the little guy pulls it off. Oh, look. Here he is. Driven here by the monsters of the jungle. And now there is no going back. But if he thinks he's found a refuge, well, he's about to find out that his nightmare has only just begun.